Hello and welcome to Final Form Freaks. I'm Matthew, here with Mike.
Hello.
And from Monsanto World, as you can see, in the hot tub.
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, we're just having a bit of a chat about some Dragon Ball stuff that got released. I think it were a few days ago, weren't it?
Yeah.
With the new Unison stuff and the other leaders and stuff like that, and just effects basically.
Exactly.
So I just thought we'd do something that's kind of what we would usually do. But obviously it's really hard for us to, do our usual content what we usually do. So we're
doing it this way. We're doing it this way. While he relaxes in a hot tub.
Yeah. So the first card we're going to talk about is Gotenk's Unison of Rage. So the auto of this card, these are the new Unison cards that are coming out. So the auto skill is when your leader card's power is decreased by a skill, it gets 10k power for the turn. Which is great. It doesn't, if someone gives you a decrease by 5, you get plus 10. I don't see no downside to that.
No, I don't.
It's also a red Unison card as well, which is interesting. The +1 Unison effect, which is an activate main effect, which is you choose up to one card in your life, add it to your hand, then you choose one of your leader cards, and it gets minus 5k for the duration of the turn. So obviously you do just self-awaken yourself really, which is kind of nice. The second activate main, which is -2, so obviously the 2 tokens that you usually have on it. Activate main, choose one of your leader cards and it gets minus 5k for the duration turn. Okay. Look at your opponent's hand and then you get to choose one multicolour battle card or a battle card with 10k power or less in it and place it in its owner's drop area. To me, that's really powerful. To have a card that you instantly gain knowledge from your opponent's hand is fantastic in my book. There's quite a few cards with 10k power that you could take out of this, which is good. It gives you options depending on what kind of person you play as well. Especially if they've got certain cards that they're needing for a chain or super combos. I think are all 10k power, I believe.
There's some that are 12 and a bit higher. Majority are 10.
Majority are 10k.
Yeah.
So you do have options of what you want to get. So if you kind of know what the deck is and they did have a super combo or something, then you could probably take that and then it goes in the drop. So
yeah. But on the other hand, it says you can take one multicolored battle card.
Yeah.
It doesn't say any specific cost or power.
No.
Anything that's multicolored.
Which obviously now, with how the game's progressed, we have more multicolour cards out now. There's more people that are making decks that have 3 or 4 different multicolours in it.
Yeah, multicolour for arrival.
So
stuff to combo so you can get arrival down in one card.
Yeah.
And then the big hitters.
But also it's all your successor stuff as well. All your successor, stuff is multicoloured. So this would be a really good card if you played against someone who does like the cell chain. Because obviously you're getting rid of the successor target that goes into the 9-drop cell if they've got it in their hand, which is more than likely. But yeah, really interesting. What do you think to it?
I think it's pretty good, to be honest, yeah. It's the top one though, it can activate all the time. You can just keep activating.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
And obviously your -2 is you give your leader, so it triggers it straight away.
Yeah.
So that becomes a 25k.
It could be quite interesting with Gohan. Because you don't really matter about Gohan build. Getting minuses.
No, because he gives himself plus 10k.
Yeah, and it also self-awakens him. which is the
does.
kind of point of what you want to do, isn't it? You want to burn through your life so you get there as soon as possible, don't you?
Yeah.
So the artwork of the card is really nice. Hopefully we can try and get some of.
It's like a GT version, more adult version of Gotenks.
Yeah.
Than the kid.
Yeah. The next one is the new Vegeta leader card.
We also have a Vegeta Unison card.
Yeah, there is, but that's underneath the leader card.
Fair.
So when he attacks, draws a card. When your life is at 4 or less, or your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you have a red Unison card with specific cost in play, you may draw 2 cards and choose cards in your life, and then add them to your hand until you have 6 left. Then flip the card over.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the new awakening ability.
I don't get it. Why
because it's one or the other, really.
Yeah, going down to the 6th life.
Yeah, you can play a red Unison card by your 8 life, and then you just knock yourself down to 2.
So yeah, so when he attacks, draws a card. Yeah, so the new Vegeta card, when he attacks, draws a card, which is okay. At least it's
not when he attacks a leader.
Yeah, at least it can attack a battle card.
That's
when your life
yeah.
is at 4 or less, or your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you have a red Unison card with a specific cost of 2 in play, you may draw 2 cards. It's oddly specific. You have to have a red Unison card, and your opponent has to be on 3 energy.
Yeah. Or you could just be at 4 life.
Yeah. But then you draw 2, but you're going to be on less than 6 life at that time anyway.
Well, most likely, but I think it's just trying to stop people being defensive and keeping their life at 8.
The one thing that came into mind when I saw this is people who either try and stall you out, or you've got the whole I don't know, if they're playing a wish leader that doesn't attack.
Yeah, there's also that.
I mean, there's also that, you could take two of your life, and then you get in 2 cards as well, and then you've got your leader swing on top of that. That's like 5 cards essentially if they've left you on 8 life, which is kind of good. His Awaken, on his Awaken side, is Vegeta, Candidate of Destruction, which is auto is once per turn when this card attacks, draw a card, which is fine. This is the other interesting one, is his auto is once per turn when this card's power is decreased by a skill, it gains dual attack.
Which is weird.
But it also comes with the effect of the Gotenks. So obviously they play off each other. So you use the Gotenks effect, minus the leader by 5k, but he gains dual attack. So we'll get back to it. But he's a 10k. So, but it's what you make with what you got into it. So
yeah, I suppose you could throw a couple of beans on there to put him back up to 15.
Yeah, you could easily do a red-blue deck with this, because obviously the Vegeta leader is a red leader. We've not really had that many Vegetas in red, have we? We've had a couple.
A couple. Baby Vegeta being the most noticeable, unfortunately.
Yeah, or there's like the Margin. No, there's the Margin Vegeta one, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
So, the next one is the Unison card that you were talking about. Is Vegeta Unison of Fury, which is his activate main is once per turn, choose this card or one of your battle cards and switch it to rest mode, and then add a marker to this card. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, way to get, because he has no +1.
No. The next effect is activate main. Your opponent can't attack with battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy until the end of their next turn.
That's a pretty solid.
That's
ability.
pretty solid. Yeah, it's pretty solid effect, to be fair. That's really good. And then here, that's for -1. That one is. And then the one underneath it, which is -3, which is activate main. You choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. Then this card gets 5k, double strike, and dual attack for that turn. Which
that's a good -3.
It's it's a good -3. You're gaining in because the Unison cards that have come out are 15k. So this is a Vegeta that goes up to 20k, has double strike and has dual attack, which is pretty good, to be fair.
And it switches an opponent's energy to rest mode, so limits what they can do.
If you had this out straight away, because I believe you can't really get rid of this card because it's like a planeswalker, isn't it, for Magic?
Yeah, but if it's like a planeswalker, you should be able to attack it regardless if it's in rest mode.
Yeah, if it's in rest mode.
No, or active, because that's kind of the way the planeswalkers work as well. You can just swing it. You can just target the player, or you can target them, which they should be able to target the leader or target these regardless which mode it's in, is what I'm predicting.
Yeah, so that's it, because obviously with its first main effect you have to choose this card or one of your battle cards and switch it to rest mode, and then you add a marker. So if you got this guy out early on, which is possible depending on what if you're trying to fish it.
The little pips he costs at least 2 yellow minimum, so you can just chuck him out for 2.
Which then means you would have 2 tokens.
Yep.
But then if you've already got a battle card out, let's say you play, I don't know, a free blocker or something daft like that. Free blocker that comes into play, you switch it to rest mode because you're not bothered about it. You then add this for another token, so then guaranteeing for that next turn you're going to be able to do the -3 effect, which is pretty good, to be fair. And that's going into, let's say you're doing that on a turn 3, so then your opponent's going to only have, let's say they only have 1 energy open going into their turns, and you do this effect, tap it, they've got no energy untapped, which is kind of interesting. Like I say, he's a yellow as well, so like I said, it's very, very different. The next one, which is the last one, the 2-parter, is the leader that got released, which is really interesting because obviously it's a yellow leader, which is nice. So we're getting more yellow, some different yellow leaders. But the one thing that's really nice about this is that it's a Universe 11 one, and spoilers, it's not a Jiren leader. We have Toppo, which is really, really interesting. I was quite surprised that it was going to be yellow, but
it's not really a surprise for Universe 11. Most of it is yellow.
No, I know all of them are yellow. I just thought, because with this new set coming out, I thought they were going to introduce like another colour for the Universe 11, like they had
some stuff that were green in the
that's initially what I thought it was going to be, but you know what? I ain't hating on it because it's a yellow leader. You're gonna have Nimbus and Time Magic, and then you're gonna have all the Universe 11 stuff that's already been released. So anyway, Toppo. Auto. When this card attacks, draw cards. So just like Vegeta, doesn't can swing out a battle card, swing at leader, still draws. Great.
Yeah. It's the exact same awakening ability.
Yeah, which is when your life is at 4 or less, you have a yellow Unison card with a specific cost of 2 in play. You may choose 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode. Yeah. Then choose cards in your life and add them to your hand until you have 6 left.
Yeah, that bit's the same, but he's untapped 2, Vegeta's a draw 2.
Yeah. So I'm really liking the untapped 2. The untapped 2 is nice.
Yeah, you used to love it in the decks.
So his awakened ability which I actually really like. I think you're going to see.
This a lot.
Toppo used quite a bit, and the artwork looks fantastic. So Toppo, Candidate of Destruction, is auto when this card attacks, draw a card, which is fine. His permanent effect is that if you have a yellow Unison card with a specific cost of 2 in play, when a player plays a battle card, that player can't play a battle card for the turn. That is
so it limits awesome. To 1 battle card a turn, which is not quite nice.
Yeah. So it makes it so that if you play against people who are pseudo aggro, you don't have to worry about them going, oh yeah, I'm going to attack with 3 or 4 different battle cards. I'm going to swing. You're like, you know what? No, I've got my Unison card out. You know, you're only going to be able to do so many plays. So yeah, when a player plays a battle card, that player can't play battle cards for that turn. So really good. Very defensive. It also means that if you're using the new Jiren stuff from the previous set that we've had, will work really well with the with Toppo.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Be interesting to see what Universe 11 has for us installed. I'm really intrigued. Are we going to get a really nice secret rare Universe 11? Because they've only announced 1 and there's 3. I'd like to see that, like a whole combination of like all the Universe 11 like characters, and then you have like Jiren in the middle of it in the artwork, and then you have all of them around it.
Yeah,
like,
basically just all the Pride Troopers, just doing all the stances. That
all
could
the stances. Be good. Yeah, or even if not that, like Jiren and Toppo side by side in like the ultimate forms. You know, like how they've done the little sneak peek for the Vegeta and Goku one, where they're like Super Saiyan 4. That'd be quite nice. Like they're both shared on the same card, especially with the artwork. Hopefully they can do some sort of picture for it, because the artwork for the leader card on the Awakened side is awesome. It's really nice. So yeah, so they're the ones. What do you think to the leader, Matt?
I like the Toppo leader more than the Vegeta one.
Yeah, I do as well. I like the Vegeta Unison card as well. I think it's pretty good, but I do like the Gotenks one just for the sheer factor of knowledge of
there's nothing saying you can't do red yellow and playing both in the same deck.
Well, yeah, you know, there's
multicoloured cards.
There's multicoloured, but it also means that if you did the red yellow with the Whis, like the multicoloured, they call it like the checklands or whatever it is, or whatever people calls it. Yeah. But yeah, you could put that in the deck, and then you can use the put the Toppo in the deck as well. The really nasty draft box Toppo, as well, so you can put more red in it. I'm sure you could even put the really old Jiren if you wanted to put that in as well.
Yeah, from Toppo set.
Yeah, so it'd be very interesting to see what people make out of it. It doesn't say that you have to have a specific Universe 11 deck with it either, because all you need is the Unison card, which is the yellow one. You only need that for the effect, I believe.
Yeah.
So a Unison card that's cost 2. So you can still use this leader with some really interesting deck builds.
There could be loads of different stuff you can do. So
the fact that it's yellow makes it pretty strong in my book.
Yeah.
For me, just because of having you can have time magic and stuff like that, and time magic is a really good card. It's a really good negate. You can always put a couple of Nimbus in your deck as well, and then you can let us know what people are thinking.
Yeah,
it'd be really interesting. But I think the Untapped 2 is going to be kind of nice as well. Going to extend your plays a bit more.
Yeah, Mike's clearly got a favourite out of that lot.
Yeah, I do. I think
Not gonna
it's
lie,
just
it's
nice.
the same one for me as well.
Yeah,
so.
I think the main thing for me is that it's nice that they've brought a character into this and they've not just made it like, oh, okay, it's like not that great. Like the Vegeta one, it's okay. It's nothing to shout about, but then it's like, I think Toppo's a hell of a lot better, and it's nice that the first Toppo leader they bring out is actually something half decent. If they brought out a Toppo leader and it was complete naff, I think a lot of people would have been kind of upset. Because there's plenty of Vegetas that you could play.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a chit chat really.
Yeah, basically, that's all it was.
Well, we're all waiting on to see what's gonna happen with this new set. I'm really excited. It's going to be very interesting to see what the other secret rares are going to be and what the
rest of the set's going to be.
Yeah, and then basically what the other leaders and just artwork in general. Just like what, because like the Bandai have been, really putting the A game up with, the Dragon Ball Supercar game. It's like the artwork is just going, better and better and better.
Oh, it is. Well,
hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff as soon as we can and get back to normality with it and start making decks and doing unboxings and all that jazz.
And more deck battles and profiles as well.
Yes, definitely. There's just us chilling
in the hot tub with the cats. With the palicos, because they're small and they're fluffy and they need to be petted.
Well,
can't tell I'm a cat person, can you?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, anyway. So yeah, that was just literally just a quick chat about the new cards. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.